Good morning, Bobcats. Happy Friday, and I am back with another great group of terrific kids. We're going to start with Akshira from Miss Ishley's room, and this says Akshira is a helpful and kind young lady. She enjoys playing with all her friends and is always willing to share. Keep it up. Good job. Up next from Mrs. Darden's room is Cohen Powell. This says Cohen is an amazing friend and helper. He loves to help his friends and works very hard to listen and follow directions. He even signs to help his new best buddy, Kevin. Amazing. Great job, Cohen. Up next, we have Mrs. Munoz. This is her class, and we have Court and Finger from her room. And this says, Court is such a sweet boy who works hard to follow the rules. He does a great job with perfect behavior. What a joy. Mrs. Munoz is proud of you. Good job. From Mrs. Kerner's room, we have Bryson Threadgill, and this says Bryson has had a terrific start of kindergarten. He is always listening, focused, and happy to be at school. Keep it up, Bryson. Next from Mrs. Braswell's room is Van Taylor. This says Van is a terrific kid. He works hard and pays attention to what we are learning. Van is a good friend to his classmates. From Mrs. Shank's room, we have Wilson Connor, and this says Wilson is a curious boy and a wealth of information. He is practicing purr behavior every day, and we are lucky to have him in our class. Good job. Up next from Mrs. Threadgill's room, we have Gloria Holly, and this says Gloria is a superstar. She has an award-winning smile, personality for days, and a can-do attitude, and it says that Mrs. Threadgill is so glad that she's in her class this year. Good job. From Mrs. McLeod's room, we have Mackenzie Walker. This says Mackenzie is a great student. She is a wonderful friend to others and completes her classwork. Great. From Mrs. McDermott's room, we have Avery Caparillo. And this says Avery is a super hard worker. She always tries her best and she never gives up. Good job. Also from Mrs. McDermott's room, we have Ryan Dibb. And this says Ryan is a delight to have in class. He always tries his best, even when it's hard. He models good listening for the entire class and is an enthusiastic helper. Good job. From Mrs. Oschlager's room, we have Chloe Shank. And this says Chloe is our terrific kid this week because she is kind, hardworking, and conscientious. She always does her best. From Mrs. Howell's room, we have Riley Schmidt. And this says Riley has shown a tremendous amount of responsibility in our class. She takes it upon herself to make sure she is following directions and helps others to do the same. Riley is a hard worker and a caring friend. From Miss Moore's room, we have Camille Jackson, and this says Camille is 100% a terrific kid. He always makes an effort to help out others. Camille always tries his best and has his love for learning, and it is just contagious. Camille always puts a smile on our faces, and your teacher is proud of you. Good job. From Ms. Williams' room, we have Bridget Rivera, and this says Bridget is always happy to be at school. She is helpful to her classmates and teacher. She follows directions and is a great example of an outstanding Bobcat. From Mrs. Herlihy's room, we have Chloe Darling, and this says Chloe is such a kind and sweet friend in her class. She is always helpful to others. She works so hard in class and always pays attention. Keep up the good work, Chloe. From Mrs. Furman's room, we have Braden McMillan, and this says Braden is our terrific kid this week. Braden is a hard worker and an amazing friend, and we are so happy to have Braden in our class. From Miss Dameron's room, we have Sylvie Berg, and this says Sylvie is an absolute pleasure to have in class. She is a hard worker and a great problem solver. She is an all-around terrific kid. From Mrs. Davis's room, we have Liam Brooks, and this says Liam is such a sweet second grader who always has a positive attitude. He works very hard each day and is always on task. Keep up the great work, Liam. You are terrific. From Mrs. Ferris's room, we have Olivia Zerudo, and this says Olivia was selected as our terrific kid because she is truly terrific. She is very helpful, incredibly sweet, and she never gives up. And this says that Mrs. Ferris is so proud of you, Olivia. From Mrs. Tucker's room, we have Sinclair Mildenberger, and this says Sinclair was nominated as our terrific kid because she is a Bobcat that is always ready to learn and ready to help. Lately, Sinclair has helped organize basketball at recess. She is an all-around all-star. Way to go, Sinclair. From Mrs. Connor's room, we have Zane Pennington. This says Zane is our terrific kid this week. He walks into the classroom with a smile on his face, ready to learn every day. Zane puts quality effort in all his assignments, and this says that your teacher is so proud of you, Zane. Good job. From Mr. Jones' room, we have Vihan Dumpa, and this says, Vihan is a pleasure to have in class. He is very polite and is a hard worker. His classmates voted him terrific kid, and they mentioned that he is helpful, kind, and that he follows all the rules. Good job. From Miss Ganaway's room, we have Hannah Bruce. And this says, Hannah is a positive bobcat that you can always count on to do the right thing. Her sweet smile and kind words truly represent what it means to purr. From Mrs. Wells' room, we have Brent Threadgill. This says, Brent is incredibly helpful to his classmates. It is not uncommon to find him leaning over to explain the steps of a math problem to someone else. He always has a cheery smile to share, and he's respectful and stays on top of his work. Great job, Brent. From Ms. Bowie's room, we have Chasen Stewart. And this says, Chasen is working extremely hard to adjust to 5th grade procedures. He has kept up with his assignments and is using the time management procedures being taught. Good job. From Mr. Griffith's room, we have Dresden Gilbert. And this says, Dresden is our terrific kid of the week. He has an awesome attitude each day. Dresden is a great helper and a role model for his peers. Good job. And last today from Mrs. Akos' room, we have Mackenzie Peavy. And this says, Mackenzie is always super helpful to her teachers. She works hard each day to give her best and is off to a great start in 5th grade. All right, that's a wonderful group right there. Stay tuned and you'll see all of their smiling faces, and I will catch you back next week with more terrific kids. Bye.